Hi, welcome to this week's G.I. Joe toy review, where we will be looking at Ropig, Sonic Fighters Ropig. And before we get to Ropig, we'll do our shout outs of the week, starting with Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street here in lovely Winchester, Virginia, at the lovely Walking Mall, where you can get all your video game needs, and I do mean all, going back to the Atari all the way up to the current systems, and all points in between. And while you're there at Tap Back to the Media, you get also get records and CDs and cassettes and videotapes and sorry y'all, but you also get videotapes and cassettes and DVDs and CDs and all kinds of Blu-rays and all kinds of stuff. And then you also get Funko Pops. And if Back to the Media does not have the Funko Pops that you are looking for, you can go to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles and get them from and get Funko Pops as well as G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, She-Ra, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Thundercats, the Neko and the Super 7. You can also get all kinds of other stuff. You get playing cards based on all your favorite characters and cartoons and movies and pop culture. And so on and so forth. Hot Wheels. And what more. So sorry, y'all. But, you can get all your video game needs from there. Or all your other stuff from there. If you need comic books, you can also go to Four Color Fantasies on 80 Weems Lane. And get all your comic book needs from the Atari to the... from Atari to... No. From all your comic books from Marvel, DC, IDW, Image, all points in between. So I would definitely say check them out. So go ahead and get them. And while you're in the area, and this channel is big on mental health awareness, you can go to 133 West Boscawen Street and check out Healing Grace Community Services, or Healing Grace Counseling Services, and check out Robert C. Brown. And if Robert Brown does not offer what you are needing, you can go to Northwestern Community Services and check out the services they have there. And they have great services. And if you're needing a bank and you live in Clark County and Winchester area, you can go to the Bank of Clark County and check them out. They're a really good bank to go to. I really highly suggest them. And if you're in the area, if you're needing insurance, you can go to State Farm. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And hopefully, maybe you can see Jake. You never know. But go ahead and check them out. So let's get to Ropig. We're going to start out with his file card. As you see here, it's a Sonic Fighters Dreadnought. Codename Ropig. File name Donald DeLuca Donald. Primary military specialty, Dreadnought Enforcer. Secondary military specialty, Serrano's Bodyguard. Birthplace is Go Blue, Michigan. And his card says, Ropig is the only Dreadnought to have ever gone through a probationary period. He is extremely obnoxious and smells worse than anyone would think is humanly possible. This guy pushes the needle to the red of the evil meter. I mean, we're talking low on the food chain and high on the nasty list. No one knows for sure how he obtained his high-tech sonic and laser weaponry. Suffice to say, this guy has borrowed them isn't around to talk about it anymore. Ropig is gross on all levels. He doesn't drink grape soda or eat chocolate-covered donuts like the other Dreadnoughts. He subsists entirely on a diet of junk food that includes barbecue flavored fried pork rinds, frozen burritos, corn dogs, and stale bubblegum. Once a year, when he brushes his teeth, he has to use industrial tub cleaner instead of toothpaste. And there's a quote at the bottom, apparently from Ro Pig. It says, "I think, therefore I smash." So let's take a look at the rest of his accessories, starting with his figure stand. Ro Pig on the front, upraised Cobra logo. He comes with his infamous cinder block on a stick, hammer. He comes with this wrist thing, but I lost the hook that goes onto his wrist. But you know, same thing that came with Heart Wrencher. It came with Ro Pig in the vintage figure, but it was black. He comes with this sonic rifle right here. And he also comes with this brown sonic laser. And he comes with these two shin cards, which are, doesn't matter which foot it's on, but you know, it's just same shin guard. And so let's take a look at Ro Pig. You know, orange hair with the green stripe going around, earring in both ears. He's got his orange football shoulder type pads. And then his otherwise on bare arms that are muscular. He's got the anarchy symbol right there on his arm. Green belt with an orange buckle, blue pants, green knee pads, brown boots. You know, typical ugly thug looking thing with the blue fingerless gloves. His articulation is very same as everybody else. Head does a 360. He can move up and down. His arm can go straight up. Not that far. And his arm can go all the way around. Somewhat hindered by the shoulder pad. Arm can bend at the elbow. Swivel at the elbow. Swivel all the way. His wrist can swivel all the way around. And he does come with the ab crunch feature. It's somewhat tight on this figure, but it works. His legs can split about yay far. Lift up at the leg about this high. Double knee joint. Ankle could bend out. Ankle could swivel all the way around. So let's take a look at Ro Pig and all his battle gear. So here's Ro Pig in his battle gear. Well, I didn't put his wrist thing on because, like I said, I don't have the wrist hook and the sledgehammer. But there he is with his two sonic lasers. This is a very good looking figure. I do kind of like it. I kind of like the original better, but this will work. This is a Sonic Fighter version. So I guess the bright neons really work for him. This was the first Sonic Fighters figure I ever bought, even though he's not the first Sonic Fighters figure I posted on YouTube. But this is the first Sonic Fighters figure in the modern era line that I bought. But I didn't get him from Time Travelers. I got him from eBay, but I got him at a good price on eBay. So this was one of the final 12. But I like the cartoon version, the cartoon where he was in it in the Deke era. And this was the uniform he was in, where he was kind of had the big dummy oaf looking thing going on. But in the comic books, he was in his regular uniform, and he, had that, he couldn't tell the difference if he was Donald or Ro Pig from time to time, depending on the frame he was in. But he was a good character. I like the way he was predicted in the comic book better than I do in the Deke cartoon. But this is a great character. I kind of like the way he is. But in the Deke cartoon, he was a Cobra officer, not a Dreadnought. But in the comic book, he was a Dreadnought. But that's it for this episode here on Cobra Island. And this has been Ro Pig. If you want to see, I don't really see anybody do a vintage version of him, even though there was one. But Joe Fan 82 I think does one, and there's a few others. But definitely go ahead and check them out. And go ahead and check it out. So as for Cobra Island, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. See you in the next one. Peace.